What's up, guys? How are you doing? I hope that you guys are having a tremendous week and living the best 2021 life that you can. I think we're on repeat from 2020. I don't know. I think that somebody hit repeat on the CD or whatever song that we were playing, and we're just repeating it over and over again. What was that? What was that old song? Hotel California. You get in, but you can never leave. I think that's kind of where we're at right now. Um, Whoops, I better watch. I'm gonna get copyrighted on that. But so little tidbit for you. So this past week, I signed up. I don't know. Send me a message. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this COVID vaccine business. I signed up for it at the beginning because of my different health concerns, and well, Heather's pregnant, and we got a little one at home, and I just kind of wanted to sign up, but I figured, I have time because like they were starting at like 80 plus, 75 plus, 65 plus, and I'm like, I'm way far away from that age. I figured it'd be like September before I got mine or something. I didn't figure like I'd be getting mine anytime soon, so I was like, hey, I got plenty of time to watch everybody else get theirs, and if something bad happens, if something crazy goes on, like I can watch them, I can see what goes on, kind of watch that first sample group go through, and if they're all good, then I'll be like, okay, sure, go ahead and stick a needle in my arm. That didn't come out right. But anyways, I was like, yeah, sure, sign me up. And so this past week, I'm like, I don't know, coming home from a doctor's appointment, and I get a phone call from a really strange number. And most of the time, it's just a car warranty people, and I like to answer and kind of mess with them and be like, yeah, my car has 1 million miles. Do you offer a warranty for that? But it wasn't the car warranty people. It was the people from wanted to call to schedule my vaccine, and I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yes. And they asked my name and everything, and I said, okay, just to be clear, I said, this is how old I am, and I said, am I able to get it? And they're like, they got really blunt with me. They're like, you either want the appointment or you don't want the appointment. And I'm like, I didn't say I didn't want the appointment. I said, I just don't want to show up. And they're like, dude, you're not 65 years old, and send me out the door. And they're like, oh no, the governor was like, everybody can get it now. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so like I had to make like a split second decision, and I was like, okay, sure, why not? I'll do it. And I told them, yeah, schedule me. And they're like, all right, you're doing it tomorrow at 11:30. I said, okay, cool, doing tomorrow. And I went down, and it was like a huge line of people. I walked to it because it was within walking distance of the house, and I was like, cool deal. So I walked down there to get it, and went in, and everything was real easy, you know. I don't mean to like bore you with the boring details of going to get a vaccine, but I was just telling you my experience. I walked in, went in, they were like, your name, all that stuff. They handed me a little card, took me right over. The guy puts on a Band-Aid. Now, this is the first time this has ever happened. He puts on a Band-Aid first, and then he goes, I'm gonna put the vaccine through the Band-Aid. I was like, that's pretty cool. So he didn't have to put a Band-Aid on afterwards. But then I kept waiting for the shot, and I was like, dude, he says, you're done. I'm like, you sure you got that in there? Because I didn't even feel a prick. I didn't feel nothing. Like, I mean, I'm not being a tough guy or anything. I'm just saying literally I did not feel a prick at all. Like, I'm a needle, you're supposed to feel something, and I was like expecting to at least feel a little dab or something. I said, he must have missed, because I thought, surely he didn't get all the way through the Band-Aid. So I go over there, and they said you have to watch me for 15 minutes, kind of like when you give blood. And so I sit down, and what do? Dummy me pulls up my arm, pulls up my sleeve, and I peel the Band-Aid back, rip all the hairs off my arm. And I'm like, I got to see this. Sure enough, he got through the Band-Aid. I was like, man, that guy's pretty good. I need him to give me all my shots from now on. It was a pharmacist, so he must be pretty good at giving these things. And they watched me for 15 minutes. I didn't die, obviously. And so then they checked me out and went out the door, walked home, made it back. Everything was good. I woke up the next morning, and this is the funny part of the whole bit. I woke up the next morning, and I went to get up, and I went to, like, just to go through my normal routine, pick my stuff up off the nightstand. I'm left-handed, so I went to pick up my stuff off the nightstand, and, like, my arm felt like someone had literally punched me so hard, and I'm like, man, I must have really lifted something or done something crazy to my arm. I'm like, what happened to, I mean, my arm is hurting. I don't remember doing anything. And so, like, literally half the morning, I'm going through trying to figure out what I did to my arm. And, like, I can't figure out what I did to my arm. And I tell Heather about it. I'm like, yeah, my arm is killing me. And then she stops and goes, well, which arm did you get the shot in? I said, well, my left arm. She said, which arm's hurting? I said, my left arm. She said, did you think about that? I said, not until you said it. And so, like, all that morning I was like, trying to figure out what happened. And I'm like, you dummy, you got a vaccine in that arm, and it's like killing you because, and they even tell you like it's going to hurt possibly the next day or something. And so, yeah, anyways. If you get a shot in that arm, if you get the vaccine, it's probably going to hurt the next day like crazy. It may not hurt you. Maybe you're not a wimp like me. I mean, I wasn't being a wimp about it. I was just trying to figure out what I did to it. But it was like crazy. I can't believe I forgot that quickly. My memory is very, very, very poor sometimes. And so, yeah, it's been a few days now. Haven't had any bad effects. A friend of mine, he had some really bad effects when he got it. And got really, really sick one night. Woke up the next morning and he was feeling just fine. So, I don't know. I guess it varies by the person. Who knows? Maybe when I get my second dose, I might be sicker than a dog. I don't know. But, yeah, let me know. You guys planning on getting it? Not getting it? You want to see what happens to me if I gain any supernatural abilities? I hope I do. I really hope I do. I hope I become like Superman or something. That'd be pretty. No, I don't want to be Superman. I don't know which superhero I'll do a video on that. What superhero? If you could be any superhero, which superhero would you want to be? What superpower would you want to have? What supernatural ability would you like to have? I mean, Superman's pretty cool. He's got a lot going for him, but I always think back to that kryptonite. And I just know that I would always like somehow come in contact with that kryptonite at just the, well, right time for somebody else, but the wrong time for me. And like, I mean, it would just be terrible because you think about it, like you're like this invincible, immortal type being, and then like somebody's like, hey, I got me a kryptonite ring, and they just walk up and are like, they punch the Man of Steel in the stomach, and he just folds over like a little tiny puny human. So yeah, Superman's not for me. I don't know who I'd be. I need to really think that through, but you guys let me know what you want to be. Who would you pick? Yeah, that's a tough one. I'll think that through. Alright, yeah, that'll probably be my next video. Which superhero I want to be. My superpower. Alright, you guys have a great night. That was Real Life with Fish. My COVID vaccine experience. Yeah. Back to normal. Normalcy. We're going to be able to take these masks off soon so we can see everybody's ugly mugs. Yeah. Absolutely. See what everybody looks like. Now we won't know anybody without a mask. I just figured out who people are with the mask. But, all right. You guys have a great night, and we will check you on the other side. Keep it real.